distinguished guests in it from now. We shall commence the program respectfully. Shall we all be seated? Respectfully, shall we all be seated? Hello? 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 distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Arriving now is a guest of honor for the ceremony. The Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana. Respectfully, shall we all rise to welcome him? You may please be seated. The Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Dominic Nitiwul, the Danish Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Lars Loki Rasmussen, Your Excellency Tom Norin, the Danish Ambassador to Ghana, the Regional Representatives UNODC Office for West and Central Africa, Dr. Philip De Andres, the District Chief Executive Southern District, the Chief of the NAVAL Staff, Formation Commanders, heads of other security services here present, head the defense attaches present, Togbeo and Mamao, distinguished retired senior officers, very senior officers, officers and ratings of the Ghana Navy, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful morning on the 15th day of August in the year 2024. It is Independence Day in India. But here in Ghana, it is a great day in the history of the Ghana Navy because we get to commission the Ship in a Box project, a project funded by the Danish government and implemented by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC Global Maritime Crime Program, in partnership with the Ghana Navy to aid in the training of naval personnel and other law enforcement officers in the West African sub-region on boarding procedures to conduct inspections aboard merchant vessels. And as we can all see, the facility is made of standard shipping containers assembled to look just like a merchant vessel. Ladies and gentlemen, by way of introduction, I am Sub-Lieutenant Samuel Ehun from the Ghana Armed Forces Department of Public Relations, and I am being assisted by Mr. Francis Ominu, Associate Program Manager from the UNODC Office. And on behalf of the Chief of the Naval Staff and the Flag Officer Commanding Naval Training Command, I wish to say good morning to us all and a warm welcome to the commissioning and handing over ceremony of this project here at NUTEKPOR in the Volta region of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of unity and for being part of this great day in the history of the Ghana Navy, I think that we have to give a big round of applause to ourselves. This program is also streaming live on our social media channels. You can join us on Facebook and on YouTube for exclusive coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look forward to the start of the ceremony, it is my pleasure to welcome the chaplain in the person of Commander Benedict Kwesin to give us the opening prayer. Please let's come in with a big round of applause.
Sir, please, shall we please rise as we pray? So, gracious Lord, we want to thank you this morning for your kindness and grace upon each and every one of us here in gathered. We thank you for the traveling mercies you bestowed upon us far off outside our country and within our country to assemble us here for this special occasion. We thank you for the Danish government, and we thank you for our government, and we thank you for the UNODC for putting all these together for us to come here today. It is our prayer that as we go through this ceremony, your presence will be with us. Guide and guide us through everything we have to do. And may all we do here lead to your glory. Bless us and bless what we do here today through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
We continue to pray in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. Wa ilayka ya'udu salam fa'ina rabbana bis salam. Wa adkhilna jannata dar as-salam tabarakta wa ta'alayt. Amen.
Please be seated.
Thank you very much, Commander Benedict Christin. He is a director, Naval Religious Affairs at Navy Headquarters, and that was his assistant, the Imam. With the prayer said, ladies and gentlemen, it is with joy that I invite our host, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Issa Adam Yakubu, to officially welcome us. Please, let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Indeed, today is a great day, and we give thanks to the Honorable Dominic Nitiwul MP, Minister for Defense of Ghana, the Honorable Laszlo Rasmussen, the Danish Minister for Foreign Affairs, Your Excellency Ambassador Tom Norrie, Danish Ambassador to Ghana, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, and I can see the Ambassador of France and other members of the Diplomatic Corps here. The District Chief Executive Staff Town, the Deputy Chief Staff Officer Logistics, Formation Commanders, Directors General, heads of other security services, defense attaches present, representatives of the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, our distinguished retired officers, particularly our retired chiefs of naval staff and other senior retired officers, very senior officers, officers and ratings of the Ghana Navy, Forces Sergeant Major, Master Coxswain of the Navy, rating civilian employees, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. Let me take this opportunity to welcome us all to the Naval Training Command for the commissioning and handing over ceremony of the Ship in a Box project, which has been christened MV Ketal Lagoon, because it's supposed to be a merchant ship that we use for training. I would like to extend a special welcome to our special guest, Mr. Laszlo Rasmussen, the Danish Foreign Affairs Minister. Sir, your presence speaks volumes of our bilateral bond, particularly in the area of maritime security. Following the incessant attacks by pirates in the Gulf of Guinea on commercial shipping, which is the mainstay of the Danish economy, there were discussions on how to bolster the capability of navies and coast guards in the region. Subsequently, the Danish government started a program to support the capacity building efforts of coastal states. Ghana Navy has been a beneficiary of this initiative with the mentoring and equipping of our Special Boat Squadron, which is one of the best on the continent, and I'm very proud to say this. We are here today to witness the commissioning of a ship in a box, which is another significant milestone in the Danish efforts to enhance maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea. The conceptualization of this project was ostensibly to serve as an economic alternative for building capacity in maritime training ashore, considering the high cost of such training at sea, owing to high cost of fuel, man hours, and wear and tear on ships involved. Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, this edifice is a bold step in realizing the vision of the Naval Training Command. And the vision is to become a world-class center of excellence for professional maritime training in Africa. As a service, we are committed to training our personnel and other maritime stakeholders who train here at NAVTRAC with the best possible tools and skills to effectively carry out their missions. We are profoundly grateful to the government through our indefatigable Minister for Defense for the support we are receiving in that regard. And I can say our minister has been very, very interested and supportive of our efforts to build infrastructure in this command. Sir, we thank you so much for that. This ship in a box project will undoubtedly add to the list of training facilities purposed to undergird the operational capacity of the Ghana Navy, other regional navies, and maritime security agencies in our ability to conduct needed full spectrum of training required to enhance our ability to project force in our maritime domain. Honorable Ministers, distinguished invited guests, the nature of maritime trade makes any threat to shipping the responsibility of all players in the value chain. Hence, dealing with maritime security goes beyond just one state's effort. Indeed, the situation calls for a concerted effort, attainable only through effective cooperation and collaboration. This ship in a box project by the Ghana Navy, the Danish government, and the UNODC therefore clearly gives credence to our common dedication to international collaboration and enhancement of maritime security. Esteemed invited guests, please permit me to acknowledge the efforts of the UNODC team, the contractors, and my technical staff who have ensured that we have what we see here today, just behind me. Please permit me also to add my voice to what I believe my minister would say, to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the government of Denmark for their continued interest and support to maritime security and the Ghana Navy in particular. This ship in a box is just one of countless supports we have received and are still receiving from the government of Denmark. And it includes capacity building and mentoring of our special boat squadron, accommodation and training facilities, vehicles, and a number of other facilities that we can talk about. Our flagship project by the Danish government currently is about 80% complete, and it is a full mission bridge simulator, which will be one of its kind in West Africa, and would position the Naval Training Command as a lead institution in maritime security training in our region. We thank you for this. I assure you that optimal use of this facility, and I am confident that the results of this project, together with the other projects, would manifest in a safe and secure maritime domain, where maritime commerce thrives and that people are free to ply their trade at sea. By my assessment, the collaboration between the government of Denmark and the Ghana Armed Forces, in particularly the Ghana Navy, given the results achieved so far, represents the best practice in international maritime security collaboration, and we all need to learn the lessons and copy. It presents great lessons to us all. So, once again, I welcome you all. Wish us all a very successful ceremony. Thank you. May the good Lord bless us all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That was the Chief of the Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Isa Adam Yakubu. Sir, thank you for your warm notes of welcome.
The special guest of honor, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, standing on the existing protocol already established for this event, I would like to crave your indulgence to recognize the presence of eminent dignitaries who are here today. I would like to especially recognize the presence of the ambassador for the Embassy of the Republic of France here in Ghana, Your Excellency, Mr. Jules Amand Anyambosu. You're welcome, sir. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Deputy Head of Mission, the Embassy of Norway here in Ghana, Your Excellency Kai Hom. You're welcome, please. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands here in Ghana, Your Excellency Ms. Wendy van Meel. You're welcome. On the delegation of the Danish Foreign Minister, I would like to especially recognize the Special Advisor to the Minister, Morten Gum Johnson Brooks, the Private Secretary to the Minister, Jepsen Hogard, the Undersecretary for Foreign Policy, Denmark, Eva Marie Frida Baluz. I would also like to acknowledge the Director of the Department for Africa Development Policy and Finance, Ketil Carlsen, the Press Advisor to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Caroline Secher Andersen, and very importantly, the Deputy Head of Mission to the Danish Embassy here in Ghana, Her Excellency Vibeke Sandholm Pedersen. You're welcome, ma. The Senior Maritime Security Program Officer for Denmark here in Ghana, Joel Ezekiel Ahoko Johnson. The Maritime Counselor, Saif Albert C. Anderson. The Monitoring and Evaluation Coordinator, Benjamin Seribo, and other members of the Danish press accompanying the Danish Foreign Minister. On the diplomatic side, I would still like to, with your kind permission, acknowledge the presence of the Defense Advisor for Canada, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Palmer. You're welcome. For the government of Germany, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Christian Hess, the Political Liaison Officer, and the Assistant Police Liaison Officer, Ms. Gina Crawford. For Switzerland, I would like to recognize the presence of Colonel Andres Stemann and Major Patrick Ludin. You're welcome. For Korea, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Jin-Gyun Kim, Consul/Police Advisor here in Ghana. For the European Union delegation to Ghana, I would like to recognize the presence of Lieutenant Colonel Ansgar Glatzel, the Defense Attaché. You're welcome. Representing the British High Commission here today, I would like to recognize Ms. Jessica Odai, Policy Advisor, Defense Section. For the United States government, I would like to recognize the presence of the Defense Attaché, Lieutenant Colonel Brian Gilbert. You're welcome. And the U.S. Naval Attaché to Ghana, Commander Carlton McLean. On the list, I would also like to recognize from the Republic of China, Colonel Song Jun, the Defense Attaché. Lastly, on the UNODC side, yes. Recognizing from our regional partners, I would like to recognize the presence of ECOWAS here, who are represented today by the MMCC Zone F in the person of Koto Selassie Mansfield. You're also welcome. Lastly, from the UNODC, I would like to recognize the head of the regional hub in Abidjan for the UNODC Office for West and Central Africa, Mr. Chek Toure. For the UNODC Global Maritime Crime Program, I would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Abbas Tahijama, Regional Coordinator for the Atlantic Ocean Section, here also present. Thank you very much. I will now hand over to the MC to continue the ceremony.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to receive remarks from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Now here to deliver on behalf of the UNODC, please, let's welcome the Regional Representative, UNODC Office for West and Central Africa, Dr. Amado Philip De Andres. A round of applause, please, as he comes to deliver the address from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime.
Good morning to everybody. Honorable Minister of Defense of Ghana, Honorable Danish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Your Excellency Lars Lok Rasmussen, Honorable Ambassador of the Danish Embassy, members of the Diplomatic Corps, UN Resident Coordinator and UN colleagues, UNODC colleagues, distinguished invitees. Let me also join the Chief of the Naval Staff of Ghana, who was just welcoming you on behalf of the UNODC team to this commissioning and handover ceremony of a shipping simulator built at the Naval Training Command NAVTRAC in NUTEKPOR in Ghana. This event marks another important milestone in UNODC's continuing engagement in providing support to the criminal justice in the entire ECOWAS region, and specifically to Ghana. It also continues our support to all other regional member states, particularly of the ECOWAS Zone F region under the Yaoundé architecture, a support that started more than a decade ago. Our support is aimed at enhancing maritime law enforcement capacity and interagency collaboration with the overall aim of responding to the threat of maritime crimes at sea. Specifically, this event marks the climax of the efforts initiated back in March 2021 within the framework of the Danish Maritime Security Program for the entire Gulf of Guinea, in institutionalizing centers of excellence for visit, board, search and seizure, VBSS training for the benefit of the countries and the ECOWAS Zone F region and beyond. This process, thanks to the support of the Ghanaian Navy and the leadership of the Ghanaian Navy, began with the identification of the Naval Training Command, NAVTRAC, an institution with the required facilities, equipment and geographical convenience to support the initiative under the Danish Maritime Security Program and within UNODC's mandate for the establishment of the Center of Excellence. Consequent upon the identification of the site, UNODC, in partnership with the Ghanaian Navy and with the funding of the government of Denmark, supported the upgrade of the center to a VBSS Center of Excellence for training of military but also civilian maritime law enforcement personnel for the countries and from the countries under the ECOWAS Zone F region. Through this process, the Ship-in-a-Box simulator, which will be commissioned shortly, has been constructed here as part of this upgrade. The construction of the Ship-in-a-Box simulator is to further enhance and support visit, board search and seizure training for military and civilian maritime law enforcement personnel from the countries under the ECOWAS Zone F region. Within the completion of the Ship-in-a-Box simulator, it is expected that the quality of the trainings will be greatly improved at lower cost and higher levels of safety, given that the simulator can be used for repeated practical exercises involving maritime crime scenarios, different ones, even more complex, without incurring in the significant fuel and boat maintenance costs required for conducting such exercises. In addition, military and civilian law enforcement personnel will also learn the boarding procedures in more and more controlled environment sites before going to practice at sea on an actual ship. Allow me to state that while we celebrate the success of the construction of the Ship-in-a-Box today, this simulator, which is the first of its kind in the ECOWAS Zone F region, several other remarkable achievements have been made since the establishment of the VBSS Center of Excellence here in Ghana, which are worth highlighting. I would like to mention that since the establishment of this Center of Excellence, over 433 personnel from the navies and other maritime law enforcement agencies of Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Togo, Senegal, and Cameroon have been trained. To enable the beneficiary states and agencies sustain the VBSS training on their own, selected officers from the beneficiary countries have been also trained as instructors. And this is following our model of train the trainers in the region and for the region. More specifically, I would like to add that the agencies who have benefited from the VBSS training under this initiative from the mentioned countries, including the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Gendarmerie, the police, the ports and harbors, the maritime administrations of these countries, including, of course, Ghana, customs, immigration, narcotics, and more fisheries. These trainings have been aimed at other things, building the capacities of all these agencies to operate effectively at sea, promoting interagency cooperation and coordination, and introducing uniform operating procedures to improve the efficiency of joint operations between agencies across borders. As implementing partners in the process, UNODC is pleased to report that the training so far has had significant impact on the operational efficiency of all the agencies. So congratulations to all these agencies. And this has been reported by the recipients during the training impact assessment visits conducted by our team from January to March of this year. The UNODC assessment team received reports of improvement in standards and quality of operations, as well as notable achievements by personnel who had undergone the VBSS trainings. It is clear, therefore, that over time, these trainings will have more visible positive impact on the level of security and safety in the Gulf of Guinea, leading to safer seas and improved maritime commerce. No doubt, with the enhanced capacity of the law enforcement actors to carry out interdictions at sea using the ship in a box, we are hopeful, very hopeful, that this would further strengthen the criminal justice response, not only in Ghana, but also in the region, enhancing also prosecutions. Let me conclude by thanking the government of Ghana, the Ghanaian Army, the Ghanaian Navy, once again, for the partnership and approval of the use of the Naval Training Command, NAVTRAC, for the establishment of the BVSS Center of Excellence for the entire ECOWAS Zone F region. And I have to make a confession. I was discussing with the ambassador that the government of Senegal right now is requesting a similar ship in a box. So we'll be knocking at your door, Minister. Our appreciation also goes to the government of Denmark for the funding under the Danish Maritime Security Program for the Gulf of Guinea, through which the framework has been built both for the Center of Excellence but also for the Ship in a Box simulator. And this is going to become, as I mentioned, a hallmark. I would also like to thank all the governments of the Zone F countries and other regional stakeholders who are here and have supported us in the process. I don't want to finish with also thanking the UNODC team, the team that is here in Ghana. We have a great team. The team that is also in Sri Lanka and of course in Abidjan, and also other UN partners like UNDP, and of course the role of the UN resident coordinator who has also supported us. It is our hope that the navies and maritime law enforcement agencies within the ECOWAS Zone F region would make good use of this Center of Excellence and Ship in a Box simulator to train their personnel towards the attainment of the collective goal of ensuring a safe and secure Gulf of Guinea. On our part, UNODC remains committed in the continuing efforts working with critical stakeholders like Ghana and also the government of Denmark to strengthen the development of sustainable and cohesive institutional arrangements for maritime security, including the enhancing of practical interaction between relevant actors, including the national maritime authorities, the navies, the maritime police, and of course other law enforcement and justice actors. Thank you very much. God bless.
Hello. Thank you very much, Dr. Amado Philip, the address. With that address on behalf of UNODC, he is a regional representative, UNODC, Office for West and Central Africa. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver an address on behalf of the government of Denmark, I am pleased to welcome the Danish Foreign Minister, Mr. Lars Løkke Rasmussen. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes to deliver the address on behalf of the government of Denmark.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. is indeed a great honor to be present at this commissioning event, which marks another significant milestone in safeguarding the maritime space in the Gulf of Guinea. Today's event also showcases the excellent security cooperation between Denmark, the Gulf of Guinea region, and especially, of course, our host, Ghana, represented by the Honorable Minister of Defense. Denmark might be a small country, indeed we are, but we are at the same time a large maritime nation. And we strongly support the principle of freedom of navigation at sea. The principle is key to both regional and international trade. Our partnership with Ghana plays a vital role in securing the maritime domain. Recently, we have witnessed threats to freedom of navigation in the Red Sea. This has resulted in loss of lives and costly detours for commercial ships, causing delay in trade and thereby jeopardizing global economy. In the Gulf of Guinea, pirate activities have in recent years not only put seafarers and ships in danger, but also disrupted maritime trade. This leading to serious economic consequences for the coastal states and their people. The challenges demand a coordinated and strong effort at both global, regional and national level. We need to cooperate in building capacity for maritime law enforcement agencies. We need to conduct regional joint sea patrols. We need to implement strategic and operational frameworks at both national and regional levels, as well as strengthen research in maritime crime and security. In the case of Denmark, we have made this a priority. Through the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Security Program, launched originally in 2016, while I was the Prime Minister in Denmark, we work with partners to strengthen national and regional institutions in protecting the maritime domain. This program is part of Denmark's stabilization policy, which employs diplomacy, development aid, and military assistance to support peace and security. Over the years, Denmark has worked to strengthen both military and civilian maritime law enforcement. We have supported the ability to detect, arrest, investigate, and prosecute crimes. We have focused on regional cooperation through the formulation of national maritime strategies, harmonized standard operating procedures, and joint trainings and sea patrols. Recently, Denmark supported ECOWAS to reassess the mandate, the structure and operations of the maritime coordination centers to enhance their efficiency. As part of this effort, we have established 2 advanced ship-in-a-box facilities in Nigeria and Ghana, respectively. These centers will enhance the ability to intercept and investigate maritime crimes. With these new facilities, Denmark is hopeful that countries in the Gulf of Guinea, as well as regional organizations, will be better equipped to secure the maritime domains, ensuring free and safe navigation. In conclusion, I will take this opportunity to urge all actors to seize upon the transformative potential of this ship-in-a-box training facility. And let us create a safer space where the promises of prosperity and progress can thrive. Thank you very much.
We thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for that address. That is the Danish Foreign Minister, Mr. Lars Løkke Rasmussen. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, now I have the singular honor to invite the guest of honor to deliver the keynote address. Please, with a resounding round of applause, let's welcome the Minister for Defense, Honorable Dominic Nitiwul.
Minister for Foreign Affairs of Denmark, Honorable Lars Lok Rasmussen, Your Excellency Tom Herring, the Danish Ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Armando Philip, the Andres, Regional Representative of the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, representatives from the ECOWAS Commission, Rear Admiral Issa Yakubu, the Chief of the Naval Staff Ghana, the Chief Director, the Ministry of Defense, representatives from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Honorable Ambassador to France, and representatives of the various embassies present here, the DC Chief Executive of SACTON, my good friend, the Flag Officer Commanding Naval Command Training Command, heads and representatives of the other security agencies present here, distinguished retired officers, very senior officers, Togbeo Mamao, officers and ratings of the Ghana Navy, distinguished invited guests, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying that it's indeed with great pride and a sense of honor that I join you this morning with the Minister of the Foreign Affairs of Denmark to commission this new state-of-the-art ship-in-a-box training facility for visit, board, search and seizure training, which I'm told is the second of its kind in our sub-region. This innovative model of a ship for training maritime law enforcement personnel represents a significant leap forward in our collective mission to ensure the safety and security of maritime operations. Let me take this opportunity to welcome our special guest, now my very good friend, Honorable Lars Lok Rasmussen, the Danish Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is in Ghana to attend the Nordic Foreign Ministers meeting with the government of Ghana. Your visit to Ghana is very timely and appropriate at this symbolic period that your country and Ghana are deepening their partnership and cooperation through various programs, including peace and security. On behalf of the people, I say thank you and God bless you. I'm extremely grateful that you have made time to join us for the commission of this edifice, which was funded by your government through the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Your presence here is an indication of your government's firm commitment towards the fight against maritime security challenges in the Gulf of Guinea, and we are very grateful. The Ghana Navy has benefited immensely from the Danish government maritime security program in the Gulf of Guinea. More especially, the development of special boat squadron and the acquisition of full mission brigade simulator to build capacity for our sea-going officers and ratings. I wish to take this opportunity to express the government's appreciation to you for your continuous support to addressing maritime security challenges in our maritime domain. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 years ago, our accompanies His Excellency the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to commission this training command. And I wish to recount what the President said during his commissioning remarks. He said, "I am particularly enthused about the establishment of this command because it will serve as a strategic maritime training center of excellence for sustained training in the Ghana Navy, Ghana Armed Forces, and maritime security and practitioners in the sub-region and beyond, unquote. I think we are very much on course to achieve what His Excellency the President said, considering the various projects that are currently ongoing in this command. The commission of this facility is a landmark moment. It underscores our collective effort to stay ahead of traditional and emerging maritime security threats and to ensure that our naval forces are always a step ahead and ready to act with professionalism at sea. Since the establishment of the Ghana Navy, it has evolved into one of the most credible maritime forces in the sub-region, defending the territorial integrity of our maritime space, which remains very key to the socio-economic development of our dear country. The economic activities in the maritime environment keeps increasing, especially commercial shipping and the oil and gas sector. These two sectors continue to grow, offering jobs and sustaining the livelihood of many Ghanaians and key foreign nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that the huge capital investment in this industry comes with its own security challenges and implications and should therefore be protected jealously. The threats we face today, from piracy and drug trafficking, smuggling, illegal fishing and maritime terrorism, among others, demand that we equip our personnel with the best possible training, preparing them for every conceivable scenario they might encounter at sea. This ship in a box is more than just a training stimulator. It is a symbol of our commitment to excellence and our dedication to protecting our maritime interests. This facility will provide a realistic environment for training. It is meticulously designed to replicate the conditions and challenges of real boarding operations. It will allow instructors to stimulate various types of ships, enabling our naval forces to train for diverse arrays of missions. Let us remember that the effectiveness of our training directly translates to the safety and security of our maritime domain. The skills honed here will protect lives, secure our waters, and uphold the principles of freedom of navigation at sea. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the Danish government on behalf of the government of Ghana and the Ghana Armed Forces for your generous support to the Navy. I wish to assure you, on behalf of the Ghana Armed Forces, that we shall play our part in this collaboration to ensure that we achieve all our objectives of securing our maritime domain. I also wish to express my appreciation to Your Excellency Tom Herring, the Danish Ambassador to Ghana, and Lieutenant Colas Sant, the Danish Defense Attaché, for their supportive role in the ongoing maritime security program in the Gulf of Guinea. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition, particularly the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. Your dedication and hard work has made this vision a reality. To our brave men and women who will train here, know that this facility is for you to sharpen your skills, to prepare you for the challenges ahead, and to ensure that you return home safely from every operation at sea. I finally wish to commend the various contractors and the consultant for the excellent work put in within this very short period to get the project delivered with the targeted time frame. The eye entreated the flag officer command as well as the entire Ghana Navy to make judicious use of this facility to improve the quality of the Navy's human resource for efficient and effective performance of your responsibilities towards enhancing national security and development. May the ship in a box serve as a beacon of excellence and readiness for years to come. On this note, I have the singular honor to declare the ship in a box, Christine Kita Lagoon, MV Kita Lagoon, duly commissioned. Thank you. May God bless our homeland Ghana, making her great and stronger as ever. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Defense Minister. He is in the person of Honorable Dominic Nitiwo with that address. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now to the moment that we all have been waiting for. The official signing, commissioning, and project handover. Respectfully, once again, Honorable Defense Minister, I would like to invite you. And we also like to invite the Danish Ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Tom Norin, and the head of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Global Maritime Crime Program, Ms. Siri Bjorn, to please proceed to the signing area. They will be accompanied for the commissioning, dedication, and unveiling ceremonies by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Issa Adam Yakubu, the Danish Foreign Minister, Mr. Lars Lok Rasmussen, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime Regional Representative, Mr. Amado Philip de Andres, and the Director Naval Religious Affairs, Commander Benedict Kwesi, as well as Naval Lieutenant Mohammed Misbah Said. If you are just joining us here or watching us live on Facebook or on YouTube, this is the commissioning ceremony for the ship in a box project here at Naval Training Command, NUTEKPOR, in the Saktong district in the Volta region of Ghana. Currently ongoing is the official signing by the Defense Minister of Ghana, Honorable Dominic Nitiwo, the Danish Ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Tom Norin, and the head of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Global Maritime Crime Program, Ms. Bjorn.
Coming down, bravo team, stand by.
Usually, we do this exercise at night. There are 2 boats with 8 men on each boat. The first boat, which is the assault, and then the second is the security. The security boat provides security for the assault team to hook and climb on a specially designed ladder for VBSS. That's Visit, Board, Search, and Seizure. And as you can see on your screen, the team is now hooking the ladder onto the freeboard. And at this point, they would have successfully taken out all threats to aid them climb safely on board the ship. The team will carefully inspect each area and take out all possible threats. This ladder is a very difficult ladder to climb, and so there's a special technique used in climbing the ladder, as you can see on your screen. And as the first man gets on board, he takes out all threats and posts security for the rest of his team members to join him. And after the second man gets on board successfully, he will also secure the ladder firm and tight for the remainder of the group to climb on board. And now this is the security team on the screen to provide the appropriate security for their team to go on board safely. And like I said, this is done mostly in the night, so all these movements might be a surprise to the enemy. One of our key values is surprise, stealth, and firepower. The team are now taking charge of all the enemies in the ship. They are now going through the detainee handling. And at this point, you are not too sure who the enemy is and who the hostages are. So the best way to do this is to handcuff everybody, detain all, and then do the screening later, as shown on your screen.